State of Grace by Taylor Swift. Today I'm looking at another song that I wouldn't really have considered looking at if it hadn't been for a request. And this song is State of Grace from Taylor Swift's Red album from 2012, re-recorded as Taylor's version in 2021. State of Grace is the opening track from the Red album, and I think as such it's a bit of a statement. It's a statement that this album was going to be different, that Taylor was moving in a different direction. It's interesting to do this song this week and contrast it with the one I did last week, which was Lover from the 2019 Lover album. Lover was a waltz. It's written to a waltz tempo. State of Grace is a rock song. I've seen it compared to a whole range of artists, including people like U2, but the comparison that sprang immediately to my mind was actually Paramore. I could easily imagine Hayley Williams singing this song, and we know that Paramore is one of Taylor's favourite bands. So the song represents a clear change of direction for Taylor on the new album Red at the time. So let's take a look at it. So it's very much a guitar and drum-driven rock song. And there's nothing of the country in Taylor's voice in this song, and really nothing of country in the music either. As always, Taylor shows off her storytelling ability here with these opening lyrics. I'm walking fast through the traffic lights, busy streets and busy lives, and all we know is touch and go. So this sense of city life in a big city, everybody's on the go. There's a sense in which everything is kind of on edge, open to question. Everything's touch and go. Making big decisions, life-changing decisions, business-changing decisions.
I'm walking fast through the traffic lights, busy streets and busy lives, and all we know is touch and go. We are alone with our changing minds. We fall in love till it hurts or bleeds or fades in time.
We're all alone with our changing minds, so this sense of being in the big city again, but in this big city amongst these crowds of people, everyone's alone with our changing minds. So there's this sense again of flitting from one thing to another, making big decisions, nothing very stable. Then in the middle of this, she describes the experience of falling in love. But at this stage, it's a kind of general statement, I think. This is what happens to us. We fall in love till it hurts or bleeds or it fades in time. Again, there's nothing certain here. Everything's changing. Everything's risky. But she's speaking not here of the immediate experience of the narrator, but of the general experience of all the people, all the crowds.
We are alone with our changing minds. We fall in love till it hurts or bleeds or fades in time. And I never saw you coming. And I
Now it becomes personal. Now it happens to her. She falls in love. She didn't see it coming. This has changed her life. So we've moved now from the generalities to the personal. And it's interesting the way she extends the syllables here in the chorus as well.
And I never saw you coming. And I'll never be the same. You come around and the armor falls, pierce the room like a cannonball. Now all we know is don't let go.
It's interesting that there are the slightly longer musical interludes here between the chorus and the next verse. Again, this is definitely more of a rock song. But here in this love song, because it is obviously a love song, she's concerned more with the beginning of the relationship, with the fiery, dramatic beginning of the relationship, rather than the long-term, comfortable, settled relationship that she was talking about in Lover. She uses military terminology. The armor falls away, the cannonball pierces the room.
You come around and the armor falls, pierce the room like a cannonball. Now all we know is don't let go. We are alone, just you and me, up in your room and our slates are clean, just twin firesides, four blue eyes.
Now the we here has changed. Before it was kind of the general we. This is something that happens to us. We're all alone in this city. As individuals, we're all alone. But now the we has become a very specific we. It's become a you and I. This is similar to the idea in Lover, how they now represent a unity, a single unit. Now their aloneness is not so much about loneliness as about being enclosed in their own world. And the slates are clean now. Whatever's gone before, whatever relationships they'd had before, this is a new start. This is a fresh start. And she references here twin fire signs, similar to the twin flame image from All Too Well, or the shared fire sign that she and Jake Gyllenhaal had.
We are alone, just you and me, up in your room and our slates are clean, just twin firesides, four blue eyes. So you were never a saint, and I loved in shades of wrong. We learned to live with the pain, mosaic broken hearts, but this love is brave and wild.
There are also no illusions at this stage in the relationship. You were never a saint, and she's loved in shades of wrong. They both have a checkered past, but nevertheless, this is a clean slate now. This is a chance for them to start something new, something fresh. There's pain from the past, there are broken hearts from the past, but this love now is brave and wild. Obviously, here we're talking about those early days in the relationship. And it's kind of set in that almost jungle-like scene of the big city life where everything's frantic, everything's in a rush, everybody's very busy. And this relationship has that same kind of, I guess, frenetic energy that life in the city has.
So you were never a saint, and I loved in shades of wrong. We learned to live with the pain, mosaic broken hearts, but this love is brave and wild. And I never saw you coming.
throughout this bridge here, we see the two sides of this relationship contrasted. Similarly, in Lover, where you have that juxtaposition between the kind of the safe, the comfortable, the feeling of being home, and the passion, the overdramatic. Here you have the state of grace. Comes to them as some kind of gift. That's what they sense it as, a gift. But it's also a worthwhile fight and a ruthless game. So you still have this kind of big city, aggressive sort of image being used within the song. But this is a worthwhile fight compared with the other fights that are going on in life. She talks here about the hand of fate, you're my Achilles heel. So there are still kind of classical battle images here, essentially from Greek mythology, I guess. The hands of fate, Achilles heel, the golden age. And amid the frantic city life, this has the feel of something good and right and real. It's something worth fighting for.
This is a state of grace. This is the word, the wild fight. Love is a ruthless game unless you play it good and right. These are the hands of fate. You're my Achilles heel. This is the golden age of something good and right and real. And I never saw you coming. And I'll never be the This is a state of grace. This is the word, the wild fight. Love is a ruthless game unless you play it good and right.
There's some nice back and forth vocals in the background there, and some really nice drum fills as well. So that, I think, more than anything else in terms of the musical style, is Taylor's salute to Paramore. That's my personal opinion anyway. Forget about U2 and all the earlier band. I think probably Paramore was in her mind when she wrote this song. Now, in many ways, this is a conventional love song. It's about the beginning of the relationship, the exciting, tumultuous time of the relationship, full of hope and possibility and so on. Also risks and dangers and threats. And it's set within this context of busy city life. How the we, that is actually meaning everyone, each of us, becomes a we, us against the world kind of thing. This becomes the state of grace. This becomes the place to come for that intimacy, that love, that passion. So, as the opening track of Red, I think it's very important, a very important statement saying, this is where I want to go now. I'm not really a country singer anymore. Though obviously on Red there's a mix of things, there are still some country elements on the album. But I think placing this song at the beginning of the album tells us that she's moving on. So there it is, State of Grace from Red. I'd be interested to hear your reaction to what I've had to say here. See, do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know what you think.